and welcome back to the Armchair's View. Joining me this week is Chalky and Mike. How are we doing?
Yeah, good, mate.
Good.
Right, so we will start on last week's games. Should we start with Arsenal 3, Forest 0, Andy's first game?
Yeah.
Madueke was quite good again, I think. As I say, we've slated him quite a lot.
Mike's a big fan of Madueke.
Very direct.
Yeah, I think he is starting to do all right. I think he's definitely more of an output for Arsenal now. Like say, they've lost Saka last year. I think who they have like Trossard, and I think they put Martinelli over there sometimes. I think Trossard's really he's an alright squad player. But
I think Martinelli's similar, isn't he? Martinelli's quite similar to Madueke. It's quite direct, but Madueke seems to be having a bit more effect.
They both come on last night, Trossard and Martinelli, and scored and assisted each other to win the game for Arsenal. So yeah, they played Athletic Bilbao.
Bilbao, yeah.
So, and they've won 3 out of 4 in the La Liga.
Start of the league, yeah, a good start.
Tottenham won 1-0 as well. That didn't look convincing, I don't think.
No, but like I say, to get that first 3 points on the board,
The Champions League,
yeah.
Big thing, isn't it?
What do you think? Did you watch the game live, Postecoglou?
No, I can't. No, I didn't actually.
I watched bits. I think it's going to take a little while to implement what he wants to play. And he's going to find, like say, you're not really going to find your squad of players in like whatever it was 3 days or whatever he had.
I should have written down what we did predict, because I got a niggling feeling. I definitely predicted Arsenal to win to 0, but I think I might have said 1 or 2-0. But
I can't remember. But the problem is he's got such a different style. I mentioned it last week. The contrast in the style was from Nuno, a bit more counter,
hit on the break,
high press is a completely different style of play. It's take a while to do it. And I think this is probably the worst time to come in as a manager.
Just after international transfer window.
Just after transfer window, start of a whole new season. International break, he just come in as well after the international break as well. I don't know how much effect that would have him, because obviously he's come in and then start with some players, and then new players have all come back.
He's got a good squad though. Forest have got a good squad.
He's got a strong squad. Yeah, I mean, well, has he got a strong squad, or did Nuno work miracles? I think this will be really telling.
They bought quite well, I think.
Oh yeah. The transfer they did well with
Milinkovic.
Louise and
Milinkovic was last year, but like I said, he was
last year. But yeah, like this year they bought Louise and a few other really good signings in. But I think depending on who performs as well, they've got like say Milinkovic, Morello.
He's injured.
He looked like
he's injured now.
I don't want to keep saying but I said they'd get a few injuries, didn't I? Changed the way
they'll
they
get even more now.
I think I remember one group chat, like say, I think Andrew's already got one injury on his hit list.
Off. Yeah. Bournemouth 2, Brighton 1. I definitely predicted a 1-1 in that one, so I didn't get that right, but
I thought that was such a 50-50 game. Like I couldn't decide that one.
It was a 1-goal game, wasn't it? If it was going to be a victory, it was a 1-goal.
Bournemouth are looking alright though, aren't they? Considering they lost most of their back four and the keeper.
Well, I think they won every game apart from one against Liverpool at the start,
which they should have won.
Yeah, I mean, I said they recruit well. They've spent the money. I think they're still net 100 million taken with the players they've sold.
Yeah,
they did very well.
The defenders they sold were 60 million for one, 50 odd for another. How much they pay?
40 for Kakis.
There you go.
So they've done well to bring players back in. And
Semedo scored.
He's a good player, isn't he?
Just in time when he was in my fantasy team, and I'd hate to have brought him out of my fantasy team last week.
Yeah.
Anyone do that, we know?
Yeah, me. Who else did I brought out someone else that scored as well. I can't remember who it was now though.
Probably Haaland.
Oh, yeah, it was.
You brought out Haaland, 2 goals, bang him in, Derby.
I captained him. Palace 0, Sunderland 0. Probably not a great deal to talk about.
No.
I would say Sunderland. It's a good point for Sunderland.
Yeah.
Because was it away to Palace?
Yeah, it was.
It's a cracking point for
and
Sunderland. I know it probably wasn't the best game. I watched a bit. I think Palace had a lot more of the ball, and a lot more of the chances, but that's the point you've got to grind out, and that's what last year a lot of the teams weren't doing. Ipswich, Leicester and Saints all failed to getting those points on the board, especially early.
I didn't even bother watching the highlights of that one.
No, it was a bit of a slow start on the old 3 o'clock this week.
I only looked at the highlights because I wanted to look at Isidore for my fantasy draft game. How did he look? He started that game. I wanted to see if there was any highlights of him.
You also had Everton drawing 0-0 to Villa.
No, I didn't see any of that.
What I would say is Villa looks so blunt going forward.
Lost to Brentford last night on penalties.
Did you see Morgan Rogers had an argument with Emery
Really?
I think it was about the penalties. He wasn't one of the 5, and I think he kicked right off.
He wanted to be, which is at the end of the day, it's not the worst thing.
It's a good mentality, though.
It's the one to take it. You want to
not
step up
to
your
start
team.
having a go at your manager before.
But if you
shootout.
lose, it might have been a case of the manager said, "Oh look, we're unlucky." He said, "Well, no, we weren't lucky. If you'd let me take it, we'd have had a better chance." And then it all kicks off from there. Tempers fly high at the end of a loss, especially after penalties.
Against Everton, Martinez made a couple of good saves, which is probably shown as.
Made at least
I'll tell you
one
what
really
was
good save each half.
what was pathetic though is he went up to the away fans after the game, patting the badge and putting up,
Did everything he
putting
could
up
to
a
leave,
heart.
and then as soon as he realised
Nothing
no
in.
one wants him because he's a bang average keeper.
Well, he's better than bang average, but he's overrated.
He's all right.
But,
he's not anything what he thinks he is, which was
Well.
proved when no one came in for him.
Well, he's a World Cup winner,
So
so I'd imagine
So he's not Hamster, he's
I'd
gone as
imagine
well.
he thinks
I think-
he's a World Cup winner.
I think he lives off that though quite a lot. Don't he? That one save.
I
the
don't.
thing is, if there was a keeper of Pickford, Allison, Donnarumma's quality, he would be nowhere near that lineup. So, but he's don't get me wrong, he's not a bad keeper, he's just not.
I just thought it was quite
quality
funny.
on that side.
It sounded like he was forcing a move, and then all of a sudden he's.
I was never sure at first whether it was a PSR thing or whether it was he wanted to go.
I think he
like,
wanted to go, but I don't understand why he'd leave Villa for United at the minute.
money in it.
Fulham won Leeds. Now, did you see that own goal? I think
Yes,
it's like the
hell of
94th.
an own goal.
Bullet header on that. Have you seen it?
No, I didn't see
He
that
like crouched down in the air, and it's just boom like that.
Just
And
pinged off his head and gone in the corner.
50p head.
you'd be absolutely gutted.
He wasn't even looking there, was he? He was like
No.
sort of like looked round that way, it's come back of his head and gone in.
Oh.
I don't know. I thought if he was braver, he'd have just
Yeah.
keep your eyes on it, get rid of it. But in the end, that's cost Leeds a point, gained Fulham 3. Newcastle 1, Wolves 0. I mean, Newcastle finally get a win. I don't think it was convincing, but
Great header.
Wolves are in for a long season, aren't they? I don't want to touch too much on Newcastle because Sarridge will be listening.
Yeah, well, credit's due. That was a good header. Like I say, a bit of another bullet header.
£80 million worth, 80 million euros.
Oh, we'll see coming into the season if they can finish in the top 3 maybe. Were they 4th for them last year or were they 3rd? I think it was
They're
4th.
fifth.
weren't they? They were
Oh, 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they
only
just
got-
made it, didn't they, actually, because Villa lost.
Yeah, they lost to Villa, and we
So if
battered them 1-0.
If they finish, 3rd or 4th, you can say there's another place
I don't think
up.
they'll finish. I think they'll finish about where they were last season, maybe 1 or 2 places
Yeah.
lower.
I do
But
think now they've got that first win, they'll probably start to
They'll
Yeah.
see some momentum.
start to pick
but,
up.
yeah.
But
Well, teams do, like I say,
But
it's still early days.
Isak got them some important goals, got them some important points. I don't think Walter Medes got the quality of Isak by any stretch of the imagination.
Wolves are banging job, aren't they? I know they've lost their 2 best players, but
There's a few. We'll come on to the next one. We were in trouble as well, I think, soon, won't we?
we don't
We
want to
spoke
talk,
about West Ham,
we
we?
don't want to talk about Wolves now.
No,
Just
not
move
really.
it straight on.
No, I was going to say Wolves and West Ham, but I think both are going to be right down there.
Problem is, I feel like we repeat ourselves a little bit when talking about teams like Wolves and I was going to say Brentford, but we'll touch on them in a minute because they actually had a good result. So West Ham 0, Spurs 3. Mohamed Kudus going back to the London Stadium.
He's looked like a decent signing, I'll say. He's been, like Madueke, very direct, but he just seems to have so much more
I
quality.
don't actually think Spurs. I thought Spurs only looked like a threat from set pieces. I don't think they put too many patterns of play together and created a whole lot of chances.
Again, though, they've got a few new signs, don't they? Javi Simmons, they know quite Colin Mulvaney didn't play, but like I said, I think quite a few teams have made a few changes. And it's going to take a little bit of click. I
It's
think.
looking like an entirely new front three for Tottenham, isn't it? In Javi Simmons, Colin Wane, and Kudus for the season.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So Richardson's looks alright for him.
Yeah, but he didn't start against
West Ham.
West Ham. Yeah, who's
Tell.
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 I don't think he's very good.
no?
I think
But
he'll.
Colin Wane, Slanky, Tell, and Richardson all fighting for
Solanke is
that.
injured.
Is he still in? Yeah, but when he's back, that'll be 4 players fighting for that one striker
What I would
spot,
say is
so-
Richarlison ran his bollocks off last night. I was watching it and he was just like a man possessed. He was running everywhere.
Yeah, that's one thing you can't take away from him. He does work, doesn't he?
It's that South American passion. They've
Yeah.
all got it. They'll just charge around and
They give everything, don't
and stuff. And I've always had a soft spot with Richardson. He was great. He was great for us and fought like the dogs to get us and keep us in the Premier League.
Can you see Potter keeping his job for much longer?
I hope so.
The thing is,
Until we play him.
I don't think, like Spurs, like I say, I don't think anyone really expect them to win that.
It's the way they lost those 3 goals down to 10 men. Although it was only 1-0 when they went down to 10, wasn't it? So
And that was a
But
bit.
like I say, it was.
That was a nasty challenge.
it'd have been worse if he caught him flash. I mean, I think it looked worse than it was because he caught his sock, didn't he?
Yeah.
He whipped it. I think if he'd made a proper contact there, that's a really bad
Yeah.
challenge. So
Yeah.
they had quite a lot of potential to be dangerous. That
Yeah. Yeah. And who Socek when it got sent off? Yeah, like I say, I think it was only second red of his career. I thought he was a bit of a monster anyway. I thought he got sent off more than that.
He always has a bit of the Fellaini about him, doesn't he? Like a bit of elbows, but I don't think he's quite as nasty. I will just point out while I record, and we have got Liverpool Atletico on in the background. So if you see Chalky being slightly distracted every now and then,
Craning his neck to see.
you'll have to forgive him. He's been good to us, obviously, good for the pod. He's still turned up. Unlike Hickers, who's away on holiday. So
Liberties.
that's a black mark for you, Hickers. That's 2 weeks in a row. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. Last minute equaliser for Brentford. I did watch that game. I thought it was an alright game. Although I spoke to Dave, the Chelsea fan, we know he wasn't thrilled by the game. I mean, maybe because he didn't win, but he wasn't enthralled by the game.
I think Brentford have done better than a lot of people expected them to.
Yeah, I agree.
They've ground out a few results, got a couple of wins. I mean, they beat Villa, but looking like Villa are having a poor season, having to start the season, so that might say more about Villa than Brentford. But a draw against Chelsea, and the Chelsea side have maybe ridden their luck a little bit. So Brentford were able to...
Chelsea I don't think looked great, but there's now obviously all this, they've been charged going over, there's talk of sport and sanctions going against them. Do you think there's any way that's playing a part with their performance? I mean, I don't think so personally, but
I don't think that will affect the players too much. I think that's more going to play on the people at the boards and the background staff is going to play that on more.
Could argue if they do then get a point deduction. Because that's what they're talking about, they could be in trouble. Not trouble as in relegated, but they ain't going to get Europe, are they?
I don't know. I think depends what the sort of like how many points it is, really, doesn't it? Like, is it just going to be like slapping a wrist, like, I don't know, 5 points? I don't know.
I think it'll be less than that. I mean, Forest only got 2 points.
I think it'll just be a fine.
Yeah, probably
would imagine.
But like,
so there's nothing to do with that then, they're just not looking great at the minute?
I just don't
think so, no.
I think I said it before, like, I just don't think they can win anything with Sanchez. And like, I like Chalobah, but he's not Chalobah and again I rate Tosin as well, but I don't think it's a core back three that you're going to win too much with.
It's not like a back three going to go, that striker is, they're going to keep him quiet.
Yeah.
Like if you had Isak up against them, you're going to go, Isak's going to cause him problems. Not, do you know what?
They'll have good games and
they'll
like
put
say,
him on him to keep him quiet.
What confuses me about Chelsea though is they've spent obviously a fortune, but they don't have real quality on the wings, I don't think.
No, I don't rate Garnacho.
He lost his alright.
He lost his man.
Probably the best for them at the moment. Obviously, I'm not including Palmer in this. Palmer's by far and away their best player, but Neto I would say is a standout winger, and I think for a club that have spent as much money as they have, should that really be the case? Probably not.
No. Well, again, like even at the back though, like say, like with Donnarumma on the market, I still can't believe Man United or Chelsea never went in for him. Like,
I don't think he'd have gone to Man United and no Champions League football.
I think so. Man United still got that money. Sort of.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, but Donnarumma.
Chelsea was the one. I thought Chelsea would go in for him because. Okay, Maresca wants to play out from the back, but obviously he's now gone to a Guardiola team who do play out from the back. But he just seemed to fit. He was like a Chelsea keeper to me. He just seemed to fit that mould.
Big proper shot stopper.
Yeah, like in the Courtois and Czech kind of build. Like for me, it was just more of a Chelsea.
I think if Chelsea had got Donnarumma, I think I probably would have had him more like maybe league winners or second. But with Sanchez, I know Cole was out for probably a season with that ACL. But like with Chalobah and Tosin there, and if one of them get injured, you got Fofana who rarely plays and gets injured. Yeah, like I just don't think it's going to be sustainable. Like I know people got excited after the Club World Cup, but that's what was that, 8 games maybe, and a lot. Don't get me wrong, the Brazilian teams.
Invited.
I think that competition will get. It might get better over the years, but I think it's a new competition, and at the moment everyone's like got their little thing for it, haven't they? Like they don't really care about it as such. But like, I agree. I do. Yeah, that's what I mean. If your team's in it, you probably do care about it more.
I see it as it's like the ultimate pre-season tournament. Everyone goes these little pre-season 4 or 5 team tournaments. That one's kind of like the one. Oh, okay, that's the really cool one to go to. But like, no one's going to watch it. No one's really going to watch it unless your team's.
So, Burnley 0, Liverpool 1. Just going to give a little shout out to someone who messaged in the pod, Thomas Rook, who's a big Burnley fan. Was fuming that with what's it, Hannibal.
Yeah.
And I was sort of talking to him today, and he just said, look, he thinks they're going to be fine because they're solid defensively still. That structure's still there, which is the drum I was banging before the start of the season. We'll see if it plays out, but it was nice to get a Burnley fans' point of view on that. But
Yeah, they did hold on really well, and
what I couldn't
like I
get
say-
is obviously he made the handball. It's obviously handball. Don't look so bloody guilty. Like you never know.
you
like,
got to try and fight, haven't you? Like
Yeah,
you got to
just
try and fight your
appeal
corner a bit.
it or
That-
whatever.
I-
But
Just
his head just went in his hand straight away, didn't
Yeah,
it?
but I
And-
think the problem is with the handballs that we're given this season, you just know it's going to give it. Like Tarkowski went for us against Leeds, he just walked around like, no way that handball.
Yeah,
He
but
still gave it.
yeah,
Doesn't
but
matter. I don't think. It
did
made
you
a
see?
difference.
Did you see what he did?
No, I
he
haven't
did.
seen
His
that.
hands went straight down. He like, I don't even know if the ref had blown his
Yeah.
whistle at that point. Like,
Yeah, but it's Liverpool.
you got to play the
It's
game.
Liverpool, they're Burnley, and VAR. There was no way it wasn't going to be given, was it? Let's be
No,
honest.
I agree.
If it was an Everton player who'd just taken a shot or they were playing, he might have stood a chance of not getting the penalty.
This one was quite blatant, mate. I think. I think any team.
Have you
all
seen Dele
time-
Alli's one for Tottenham? He did the hand of God. We still didn't get a penalty for it. That's when VAR first came in. They were still hot on handballs.
Not that you're bitter, mate. Have you seen the
I've
handball?
never been better.
Mate, his hand is up here. Like you
So
can't.
Dele Alli's.
How many years ago is it? What are you doing?
5.
Do you know how bitter you say?
Because
Save
that
your
one sticks in my mind. He literally jumps up, hits it like that, and
save
nothing
your
happens.
bitterness for the final part of the pod this
Nope.
week. City 3, United now. I'm going to let you two sort of discuss this because I've got maybe a slightly controversial opinion on United. So I'm going to let you two sort of discuss it, see what you guys think, and then I'll give you my
I think
two
it's hard.
cents.
I think it's harsh to whittle down their season. I think people seem to be whittling down their season the fact they lost 3-0 City. I'm sorry, but if you ignore all their other results, I know all their other results have been awful, and yes, they had an
You
awful
can't just
start.
ignore their
no,
results.
they've had an awful start to the season, yes, but they lose 3-0
Worst
City.
ever start for Man
Yeah, but
United.
they've lost 3-0 City. Look at the two squads and the calibre of managers behind them. They should be beating them.
It's the worst ever start.
Oh yeah, I don't dispute it.
So
But
I
people
said
are
I was
saying
going to be
you
quiet and let
can't-
you two
can't-
discuss it.
People are
so-
saying oh no, you can't. We lose 3-0 City. You bloody well can be. Their squad is far superior. Their manager is far cleverer. They're just better at the moment. You've got to accept that. Yeah, they've had an awful start to the season. I don't think Amorim's going to be in the job very long. But City should be beating Man United.
Talk of him being out by, is it the
I've seen
end
a
or the
few-
beginning of the October international break?
I've seen that, but I don't think they will. They've come out and stood behind him very recently and they said, oh, we're sticking with him. haven't they?
That's normally a bad sign, though. If your club comes out and
Mm.
sticks up for you, you normally only got a few games left,
Maybe.
haven't you?
But
I'd say if I was United, I'd sack him now and I'd bring in Southgate.
I did see him linked today.
And I'll tell you why I think Southgate. Let me finish before you interject.
doesn't
I don't think Southgate is the man to lead them back to the days of Sir Alex Ferguson and winning titles and cups. But I think Southgate is a good enough man or manager to sort of bring the club together, bring the squad together, sort of bring them sort of back in line with the fans and push them higher up the table so they're challenging in Europe or challenging to try and get Europe. Because United are a million miles off that at the moment. The squad they've got should be better. Then they need to go to like a 4-3-3, play people in their natural position, start trying to shoehorn like Luke Shaw in at left centre back because it's not working. Bring in a manager that's going to play people in their comfortable position. You know what he can do. Look what he did with England, and that's with nowhere near the amount of time in his hand. He brought the team together, which hadn't really been seen for England for years and years and years. For that reason, I think United should give Southgate a go.
It's a good point, but I don't
want
think-
Southgate to go United.
I think their better option would be Iriola from Bournemouth or Glasner from Palace.
But then that's just another
think that's
manager
something
who's
Palace
going to try different things. It's not going to work, and they're going to hound him out again.
That Iriola showed that he can adapt. Like he's lost half of his team this
I
year.
agree,
and he's
but look what
still.
happens when you go to United.
That's
You
why I
need
want Southgate to
someone.
go
You
there.
need you need someone that's potentially willing or has experience of dealing with that amount of pressure and stress. Because England is a massive, intense job. United's the same. That's
that-
why I
that-
think
that
just
season
bring
that-
Southgate in, knit the club
I
together
would
again,
say though,
and then
the pressure,
move on.
the pressure for being an international manager, I think, is generally lower, and I think the
Not for
expectation.
England.
Well, let me finish. I think the
No.
expectation of England was low, was quite low when Southgate came in, so it almost relieved some of his pressure, and the fact that the games were obviously normally so spread out. It's very intense when you get to the competition, yes, but by the time you get to competition, bar I think the Euros where we got to the final, they're all in another country, so you can
Yeah.
quite easily separate yourself from the media, away from the pressure, and just focus on the game. I don't want Southgate to go to United because I like Southgate. I want him to go to a Premier League side and do all right. I don't think he's going to do it at United.
Southgate is not an elite manager, but they're not going to get an elite manager.
They will because
They
they're
will.
United and they got
They're
the
not.
money.
They won't. Who's going to go there?
They
What
will.
elite
It's,
manager will go there?
Man United has still got that Man United
Would-
I
pull.
think their best shot with Poch.
Would
But I know
Zidane
he's
go
playing
there?
as American,
Poch
isn't he?
Poch isn't an elite manager. What's
I
he
think
won?
that's harsh to say.
Well, what's he won?
What do you mean? What's he won? He won the French league about 4 times.
Oh, brilliant for PSG. And he also lost out to, was it Lille, I think? He must be the only man not to win the league with PSG when they spent that much money.
I don't think so.
There's
Fact check that.
Pochettino's not an elite manager. Iraola, I really like him, think he's doing a good
someone
job.
just snapped Isaac.
Not an elite manager. Is he injured?
He's down.
He's
Is he
crying.
down?
He's crying.
Savage
he's
will
crying.
be over the moon.
He'll be crying, but he'll be fine.
But for me, United, go get Southgate. Moving on to this weekend's.
Yes.
We're not going to touch on the derby yet.
Sorry, all
obviously.
that. Sorry, but about that Man United game though, did you see? Is it Haaland's second goal, where they've all just like ran in their own heart? I don't.
Yeah,
It's
Maguire.
fine.
To be fair though, Maguire's gone for the ball. They're 2 players that were
Yeah.
just from should have then.
But it reminded me of like
back.
under nines football when everyone just goes to the ball. It's poor.
It's
So
very poor.
Amon has got a good reputation from Sporting, and he's just not a good manager.
The thing is,
He's
again,
just not.
What the Sporting, what Portuguese league?
The
It's
thing
same
is,
as Gokares coming over here, and Gokares has actually done better than a lot of people thought. But you can, he's got what? He's got a few goals. He's got what? 3 in the Premier League. 2.
Who's he scored against?
Well, he got 2 against Leeds, and he got 1 against
Forest.
It's 3
He's
goals.
not proved me wrong. He
I
ain't
didn't
he
say
ain't
he's
get,
proved wrong. I said he started better than people thought he was.
He ain't getting
and he
10.
scored. Did he score yesterday in the Champions League?
No.
Oh, no, came close.
Martinelli and
Trossard. But yeah, you can be a half decent manager in the Portuguese league and rip it apart easily because there's about 12 teams in there that are effectively Sunday league.
Right, moving on because we've been talking about this for like 20 minutes now. Predictions for this week. Brighton, Spurs. Like I said, we'll touch on the derby in a minute. Brighton, Spurs.
Brighton Spurs.
2-1 Spurs, I think.
1-0 I'll go.
I'll go 2-2.
So yeah, draw.
Burnley, Forest. 1-0 Burnley for me.
I'm going to go 2-0 Forest.
I was going to say 2-0 Forest, I think.
West Ham, Palace.
3-1 Palace.
2-1 for me.
I'll go 1-0 Palace.
Wolves, Leeds. Maybe the 2 worst teams in the division.
0-0, aren't you?
No,
All over it.
They'll score, I think.
Or like a
2-2.
4-4.
I was thinking
And it would be a terrible game.
0-0 for me.
I think Wolves are going to break their duck. 1-0. 1-0. I normally go for a lot more goals than I've gone for. I've gone 1-0 Wolves.
After this weekend, there's nothing on Saturday. There was a 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it was crap on that. 5:30 game, United Chelsea. We're flying through this section. We've
United
got
Chelsea.
Lots of time to talk about the derby.
United Chelsea. Oh,
I think it could be another 3-0.
I'm going to go 1-0.
Oh.
United.
No, Chelsea.
I'm going to go 1-0.
So 0-3 if you want to be like, oh yeah, I think it would be another 3-0 against United.
Because I know you two probably aren't saying, but I see a little flash a minute go 2-0 Bayern Munich.
Did you?
Yeah.
Are they playing Chelsea?
Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Bayern
go-
City aside.
Despite everything I've said, 1-0 United.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-0.
Just because I then think they're going to lose to Sunderland.
And well, get a goal, please.
Fulham, Brentford. I reckon that's 8 o'clock
1-0.
Saturday night. It's going to be a terrible game, isn't it?
No, I thought it was a game.
No, it's going to be a
8
terrible
o'clock Saturday
game.
night, looking forward to that. Kid's going to be in bed.
I agree with Chalky,
This is
1-1.
at work. That's going to be a few beers and me watching Brentford.
I'd imagine the beers will make it a better game than it is.
Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Bournemouth.
My prediction, yeah, we do.
Oh, because you're taking forever.
Alright, I'll go for a draw.
1-0?
Nah, 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hat-trick of 1-0. Bournemouth, Newcastle. I think that will be a good game.
Yeah.
I do think
I
that.
disagree. I think that would be because I think
It's just disagreeing for the sake of it.
no,
isn't it?
genuinely. But think about it. How often have you gone? That's going to be it's poor, and that poor game, and it's great. I think that will be the poor game, and the one before will be a good game. So I'm going to go 0-0.
I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
3-2 Bournemouth.
There have been a lot of goals in Bournemouth games this season, but I'm going to go 0-0.
Semedo, do me a favour.
Snyder.
Sunderland, Villa. Because Sunderland at home, I'm going 2-0. I think Villa still aren't going to score.
I'm going to go 1-0.
They look so poor offensively.
No, I
against
think
us.
they're going to have to score at some point. I'll go 2-1. I think Sunderland will edge them. 2-1.
3-1 Villa win.
Villa are going 007. 3-1 Villa win.
Yeah.
Last but not
As a
least,
stadium of light, that's a horrible place to go.
Arsenal
Is it still
City.
Stadium of Light? It's still Stadium of Light.
Stadium
Yeah, I
of
thought it was. I had a horrible thing that they changed it, but no.
Arsenal City.
Oh, I love them. See, I want Haaland to score and do that celebration back to them, and I hope it's a winner as well, like last minute.
Stay humble there.
Yeah, that's what I want. It looks like it could be a penalty Liverpool.
The thing is, I don't want either of those two to drop points on because I want them to stick on Scummer's tails.
Okay.
But,
3-2 City.
At Arsenal.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to go 3-2 Arsenal.
2-1 City.
No penalty.
Who's it for?
Liverpool, but it's no penalty.
Right, my bet. It's Liverpool. I'll give it to him.
Right, so before we do a bit of build up to the big one this weekend, because unless I checked I've forgotten the time we started, but we're about 20 odd minutes in.
Yep.
So we're probably going to spend about 20 minutes now talking about the biggest derby in the Premier League, in my opinion. But we've done a little combined 11 based on this season's form. So forget what
4
players have
games.
done in the past. It's these 4 games. I think we'll let Chalky go first.
Yeah, you go first, go on.
Yeah,
you go on.
Right. No, I'd really like you to go first because what you say depends on what I'm going to say.
Go on, Chalk. Start us off.
All right. Let's have a look. Notes. I wrote it down earlier. So, I started off with Alisson in goal. Only because he's had a couple of good games up at Szoboszlai right back. Virgil and Tarkowski, because Kanate's had a really poor start of the season.
And he's crap.
And again, I've not been impressed with Kirkes, so I've gone Garner.
Ooh.
I've had to do it.
Ooh.
And because I think Mikolenko's only played 1 game, as far as I'm aware. And like I say, Kirkes I've not been impressed with.
Yeah.
I've gone 4-2-3-1.
That's what I've gone.
So I've got McAllister and Gravenberch at CDM. Salah, Verts and
Alistair
Grealish.
spent half the season injured.
Hang on.
And Ekitike up top.
You've gone Salah, Verts and Grealish.
Yeah.
What has Verts done?
What's Salah done?
He's done alright.
Salah,
He's taken a penalty.
No,
Well
you
done.
can probably make a slight argument for Salah because
I made sure I checked that as well because
So he's Illiman.
he scored 2 goals.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's got a
both
valid
of his were open
argument,
play.
but what has Verts done?
He ain't got any goals assists yet, but he's played well.
Well, Dewsbury Hall's got a goal and an assist, so already he's 2
And
goals
played
up.
Well,
Vert, how have you put Vert? I thought Verts has been terrible.
no, he's not been terrible. That's just
What's he
that's
done?
more of a media thing. He's done
What's
it
he
all
done?
right.
How's it a media
That's
thing?
not a
What's-
media thing.
what's
That's
he
not a media
done?
thing.
He's played well.
That's a performance.
Doing
thing.
what?
He's linked up well, and he's started a new league.
He's linked up well, so is my Wi-Fi. It's not going on my bloody team. I probably say he's linked up
No.
well. You're embarrassing yourself, Chalky. How
Do
dare
you know,
you?
I
No.
didn't mind your team until you said Verts. Like, I
Verts
didn't have
has
a real.
genuinely offended us.
So your holding midfield, I don't particularly agree with, but I don't understand
Who would you have
Verts
in
it.
holding?
You'll find out. Don't worry about that. Right, I'll read mine out and then we'll let you go last, mate.
All
So
right.
I've got Pickford in goal, O'Brien, Tarkowski, Keane, Garner, Adrissa Gay, Timo Abunam, Grealish, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, Indai, and Beto. No.
For a minute, I was like, serious?
I got stuck in midfield there. I was going to say Garner again. Right, so who I've actually got is Pickford in goal. He's conceded 1 less goal than Alisson.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai right back. I do think he's played well when he's played there.
Yep.
Just because there was no one else to play there, and mainly because of his name, I've put Van Dijk there. I've gone Keane, the other centre backs. I think he's outperformed Tarkowski.
He's been brilliant.
Garner at left back, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, and Gravenberch as my 2 holders. I've got Grealish, Njai, and Gakpo as my 3 behind Ekitike.
See, that's where Gakpo, he's not really.
Salah's been
Hit
shit,
the
Verts
heights.
is terrible, and if I'm honest with you, I had Kieran Gravenberch and Adrissa Gay with Dewsbury Hall in the number 10, but I thought
So the
Gakpo
Salah
was-
thing though, he's got the same goals as
As who?
Indai.
I've got Njai in my team.
Who's got same
Yeah,
goals as
but
Guy?
they've both scored more than Verts, and he's in your team, so
Yeah.
I think you should be grateful I've put Gakpo in, and that's mainly because I didn't want to come across too biased. I've gone 6 Everton and 5 Liverpool.
Yeah. I just. Gakpo, I think that's more.
I think the only banker in this team, you may disagree, is Ekitike, because Everton struggles.
Gravenberch.
No, because even Adrissa Gay, in my opinion, has had a better start,
Idrissa
but
Gay is one of the best at breaking up.
Gravenberch
play.
isn't even played in every game. So if we're only doing it off these 4,
Yeah, but he
He
missed.
didn't start against Bournemouth, did he?
he didn't play. He was suspended or
No,
injured.
his missus gave him birth, I think.
Went in, was it? As
All
Roy
right,
Keane would say.
Roy Keane.
As Roy Keane would say. I credited it. I can't get past you having Verts in your team. I'm sorry. But I thought Gakpo played quite well. Is he not?
He's not been like terrible, but like he's
Like
He's
Salah.
got a nice goal
he's-
against Bournemouth. I don't
yeah,
know if
he's not hit the heights of last season, but like I said, I can't say many of the Liverpool team has he yet?
I feel like Gakpo's just. You feel like there's something more to get from him, but even I don't think he's ever really displayed it for Liverpool.
He was our second top goal scorer last season.
Yeah, I don't
Gak-
think he had a good
he was
season,
good.
but you all had a good season last season.
Gakpo was the only one I can make a real. I think Salah's been terrible. I know he's scored a
He's not been
penalty,
great,
tap
but
in, and got an
he's-
accidental assist. But
Well,
Yeah.
that I'm sorry, that should be I can't say his name. Saboslai's assist.
Saboslai.
That's Saboslai. That dummy was brilliant. That dummy
Yeah.
makes that goal. Without
Yeah,
that
that's
dummy,
unreal.
Salah's pass is useless.
so really, he's just scored a tap on
Tapping the right foot.
them. I didn't really want to put Van Dijk in either, if I'm honest.
He's been
But
good.
Tarkowski's not.
What?
Yeah, he's been good.
He spent more time running back towards his own goal
He's
and doing
defending with
defending.
aura, Michael. Right? You don't have to touch anyone or move or make an effort.
No,
He
he's
just
good.
lets
Now
people
he's Harry
work.
Potter then.
Yeah.
Don't have to touch the ball at all.
Good in spells.
I think who was it? I think it was. I see an interview with Morgan Rogers, and he said that as well because I think he's just got that aura. You don't want to go near him.
Oh, I was taking the piss.
No, that's
but
what I was just saying. An interview with Morgan Rogers though, and he was
Yeah,
in the
that's why
five-side
people
team.
like Semedo don't care. Run at him. He runs away and then he bangs a goal, and Alisson's going, "Why have you run away from it?"
Mm.
But-
Shall we hear your team, Mike?
Sure. Right.
I don't think you're going to like this.
He's not going to like it at all, is he? Right. I've gone with Pickford because he's conceded one less goal, sorry, than Alisson. I think he's probably made more saves. At right back, I say he has been good, Soboslai, but he's not a right back. And I watched a few highlights of him, and when people mention his engine up and down, but I watched it. When he just runs into the middle of the pitch, and that's not what you want your right back to do. So he's making you a bit narrow, but I would say he's done well.
You're not going to like this team.
O'Brien at right back because he's just as a defensive covering both of them. If you're going for both covers, O'Brien's been a better right back than Soboslai defensively. Yeah, Canate, I don't think he couldn't anywhere near any of these teams. He's absolute pants. So, but yeah, King's had an absolute amazing start to the season. Almost had a goal against Villa and would have won a 3 points, but he's been playing really well. So I've put him in. Yeah, Van Dijk, absolute trash. So I've gone with Tarkowski instead. I agree with you though. I do think Garner's been a left back, so I've gone with Garner. With my centre mids, I've gone with Gravenberch. I thought he had a really good start to the season. Got a goal against was it Newcastle?
Yeah,
Got a goal against Newcastle. 2 bookings already, but
he's always going to book.
he breaks up the play nicely, and I think him and Idrissa will actually complement each other quite nicely in the park.
So you've got
Yeah.
Jessa as well then.
I've got Idrissa and Gravenberch as my 2 sort of box to box / breaking up players in the field. Yeah, Verts crap. So Kieran Dewsbury Hall's my sort of cam there. You can't put an Everton striker in the season. I know Better's got 2 goals, but you can't really put him in. So I'm going to put Ekatike. And then either side of him, I've got Skinny Man because he's got 2 goals as well, and they were actual goals. I'm like, please give me a penalty, Salah. And I don't see how you can't put Jack Grealish in as he's got already got 4 assists and he's smashed it. So that was my team. I have got some honourable mentions actually because some of your players that have played really well this season and have contributed massively to the start of your season. Michael Oliver, Chris Cavara, Paul Tierney, Edward Smart, Simon Hooper, Tony Harrington, John Brooks, Steve Meredith, Andy Taylor, Torres Ramal, Samuel Barrett, John Brooks and Sean Massey. Absolutely smashed it for your team this season.
Like
really good effect to your team. Have really put themselves forward and
It sounds like that
contributed to your
EFC
season.
Leah,
Absolutely.
like an account on Twitter.
Well, they've done more than Salah, I must say, for this season. So
Verts is the one I can't get my head around. You put Verts in the team
Yeah, well, I just think he's getting criticism because of the
crap.
price tag.
I will agree with that because he was getting it before he even came in. Everyone was saying that no German players come in, but I think Liverpool people going the neck. The only
Whoever
Germans do
said
it.
no German players come in and done well is an idiot.
Yeah, I agree because Michael Ballack was amazing, and I think Schweinsteiger. I know he didn't do his best at Man United.
Well,
he was
you
a
got
class player.
Ilkay
Yeah, solid.
Yeah,
Who
I
won?
know. I was.
Podolski. Yeah, I think.
I think Havertz does alright for Arsenal now.
Yeah. I think you could probably,
Yeah.
if you actually sat
Actually
down and
look through,
thought
you
about
probably
it, you'd
find-
find loads.
I think you've
I
got
think
quite a few.
I think Timo Werner gets the name for that, doesn't he? 'Cause he was absolutely crap.
Yeah, he
He was
wasn't
at
great.
Chelsea, wasn't he? And then
twice at Tottenham.
yeah,
Yeah, he wasn't great.
he did smash it for the German League as well. That
So-
season before.
Obviously, mine and Mike's team are better than yours, Chalky, but shall we actually build up to the game? So we put a TikTok out, hopefully you've seen it, asking for your guys' opinions. Chalky's just going to read a couple of... There was a few silly ones, like off the top of my head, Dave said 4-0 Liverpool. outrageous, never going to happen.
Never. They never
So
do.
Johnny's gone 2-1 Toffees.
Smart man.
Always liked him.
Mike's gone 4-1. Dan's
Smart
gone
man.
2-1.
Was that Michael? Was it smart man?
I've gone 3-1 Liverpool. Hickers has gone 1-0.
I knew it. He's such a diplomat. I'm just going there with the draw. Don't want to upset anyone.
Some UTFR 1892 has gone 2-1 Liverpool.
Idiot.
Savage has put
Plonk.
1-0, but Liverpool get a penalty for nothing in the last
He's a
minute.
clever man.
2-1.
Well done, Savage.
And then Dave, a very smart man, has
Who
gone
not?
4-0 Liverpool.
So just to clarify there, Chalky, you said
3-1. He
4-1.
said 3-1
4-1
Everton.
Toffees.
and I believe I put 2 on Everton.
2-1.
So I'll stick to my guns with that one. I think it may actually
And
be
Johnny
1
on
0.
2 as well.
Nah, 4-1.
1-0.
But,
What I will say is that I think if you were to beat us, this is the time.
yeah, I mean,
Mid-
you haven't spent much money, and
No,
you
no, no.
haven't
This
just
is
got
this
a
is
new
the
striker.
time. This is the time though.
a second new
that
striker.
you will.
Wirtz, who's outstanding apparently.
No, but what I'm saying
Two
is
of the
this.
season
Van
already,
Dijk, yeah.
This is the time where you could get us though, because early in the season you're probably in the form of your life you've been in for years.
We just drew 0-0.
Yeah,
To
but
Villa, who've been awful.
you've been playing good football this year.
We did play well, but
But-
I'm not having you take it. Like, Liverpool should be battering us.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that, but
Just making
I'm
sure.
just saying that this now, if you like this, if you're going to beat, this is probably your best chance to beat us now. I know you beat us in the past, like near past as well, and obviously you won 2-2 as well last year.
Yep.
But
That still hurts you, doesn't it?
yeah, that
Does it hurt as much as when you lost the league at Goodison Park as well?
Yeah, 2-0.
And I don't know if you
That was a
noticed,
2-0 loss.
I wore the shirt of when we last won at Anfield as well, when Richarlison and Gylfi Sigurdsson, probably should
But-
mention him.
like I say, midweek game, early kick-off. You've been playing well. This is gonna be like I say your time to.
I'll tell you what gives me
Yes.
hope is you look
2-1.
crap at defending. Well done, Atletico just scored. You don't look great defensively, and I think with Grealish and Jai and
Back-to-back clean sheets, mate.
Huh?
Back-to-back clean sheets.
Who have you played?
Burnley and Arsenal.
Arsenal's the only one I'd give you think.
Yeah,
Burnley.
No, they didn't attack. They didn't want to attack.
That's
Man
a good
away,
point.
Bang average.
That's a very good. It's a very good point. Arsenal sat back and didn't attack. Yeah. Burnley were never going to go at you.
It'd be interesting to.
How many were you averaging conceding before those two?
2.
And you've
Oh,
just
wow.
conceded to Atletico.
I'm
You're
pretty sure we've
probably
only conceded
2 all season.
no 3. We conceded 2 against Wolves.
3 all season.
1, 2, 3.
What does intrigue me if you do come and attack us, whether see how
I think we have to be clever.
Yeah.
With the way we attack you.
But
If
like-
we
like
go
I say-
2 out, you will just catch us on the
I
counter.
know-
That's
If you
what I
had-
mean.
If you had Isak, Ekitike, and Gakpo,
It'd be interesting to see.
You'd catch on the counter with some blistering pace.
We,
like Kempsey and Tarkowski, Keane.
That's what I mean. I'm interested to know if you will come and try and play, or whether you're going to try and sit
I
maybe a low
think-
block and catch on the break. I don't know.
think we'll sit in for the first half, and second half I think we'll go at you. I've just thought. Sorry, I,
think
was
these
talking
games-
to this a weekly listener, Spriggy. Hello, Spriggy. And he thinks you'll win 3-1. It'll go 1-0, and then you'll score 2 late goals on. And
See,
he
I-
thinks Isak's going to score 2. So he is delusional. Hello, Spriggy.
I think
So his name was Spriggy.
Yes,
it
a good
depends
lad.
on
good man.
it depends a lot on like if we get an early goal. I think a lot of these, like say,
Well, if we get an early goal.
if you get an early goal, you probably, like say, you might go and win it. But if we, like, I find a lot of Liverpool games I watch, if we don't score in the first half, we sort of like the game just sort of fizzles out. And like
That's
say,
when you get those people like Michael Oliver, all those sort of people
Yeah.
that come into the game. They grow into the game really well for Liverpool.
I think Darren England's managing reffing, so managing may as well manager, is reffing this weekend, and I've had a quick look. We have lost 1 of 11 games that he's reffed. And Liverpool have lost something like 5 out of 20 or something. Like, your record under him isn't great, and ours is quite good. So
5 out of 20 is still not bad.
I may have skewed it. It may not be quite that bit. I don't know if anyone who's watching's noticed. I have left my iPad at home, so I'm going off a bit of paper. So I didn't actually write that down. But I don't know. I don't think Everton should fear going to Anfield this weekend.
that's what I'm
No.
saying though. Like I say, it's a good time because, like I say, it's still transitional stage at the moment, and like I say, you're probably in the form where you're. I'll say you're probably looking the best you've looked in a good few
I was going
years.
to say, if you're going to describe the team's transitional phase, I think that one of the biggest transition phases at the moment is Everton. Admittedly, we've been there for 6 seasons, but we're still definitely.
You're there, but you're playing well. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're actually playing well at the moment.
I think we've had a good start in the fact that we had an occasion win against Brighton, we edged it against Wolves, and then we drew against Villa. If you take out we lost to Leeds as occasion. They were their first game back in the Prem. They were right for it.
I actually
Our
think
first game at Hill Dickinson, we were way more for it. We beat Brighton.
we played a lot
edged
better
it
against
a
Villa.
poor Wolves team, and we drew against a poor Villa.
We
So you
we
look at those
outplayed
realistically.
we outplayed Wolves and gave away 2 sloppy goals. That
Mm.
does what concerns me is our pace at the back, but we will get better. Everton will get better throughout the season. I'm quite
I think
confident
every
of
team,
that.
because I don't think there's one team
Sunderland, I don't think will get better.
that have looked great this year so far.
You
There's not one team that you think, wow, they look really good this year. Spurs, they had a crap game against Bournemouth, but they've looked all right.
I was going to say, out of
Like I
all
say,
the
Chelsea
teams
have
that
had a
Spurs
good
are the most
game.
consistent, because
But
they've kept is it 3 clean sheets they've kept out of 4?
You'd
I'm
like
not
to
too sure,
think,
but-
though, a team spending £500 million in a transfer window should look to dominate a league, including their local
Yeah.
rivals. But
Like I
you
said
can
in
see,
the
I can
previous
see you're
pod,
nervous, Chalky.
like I said in the previous pod though, like there's no they have really got to go and win the league this year. There's no excuses for that. Really.
I think if you don't beat us, you should wear an Everton top next week's pod.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's poor from a minute because you would
Would
have
you wear
wanted
a
it.
oh,
No,
well,
I'd have put
it's
you
your pod.
forward.
It's your pod.
I'd have put you forward.
No, not for me.
Who do you think is going to score?
Grealish, Skillyman, Barry, and
Pickford.
No, not Pickford.
Tarkowski.
How many shots has Gay had? He's had 49 shots from outside the area.
I don't know. He seems to score in his 50th.
That's what I mean. He's got 50th and 100 shots. No, I'll go with I think either Iliman or Grealish will get 2, and probably for them a penalty, so it'll probably be Salah.
I think Ndai will get a goal. I've gone 2 on Everton.
He loves an away goal, doesn't he?
I'll go and Ndai just because he's class, and Kieran Dewsbury.
Ooh, 2 in a row.
Yeah, so he should have been in
No, 2 in a row.
your
Well
team, Chalky.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to me just as always.
Oh, we know that's going to be wrong anyway.
Problem is, Verts
Should
will
be
probably
true.
have one absolutely outstanding game a season, and it will be this Saturday
Probably.
because
Yeah, because it was slander.
I can't get around you saying he's played
it'll be
well.
against the German side.
I can't. I just.
I
What's
think
he done?
he's played well, mate. Honestly, he's been linking up well. Like I say, he's not got the
Have you not
goal.
really
He ain't got the
seen
goals.
the stats apart from
He ain't got the goals or assists yet.
He's done the
but
most runs into the final third.
So he's
He's
an
got-
attacking midfielder. Basically, you signed Decore for 105 million.
Who?
Exactly. Abdoulaye
Abdoulaye.
Decore used to run around a lot on tryhards, but wasn't actually very good.
He's
Did you not see the stats they put up from the day? First amount of made runs
Yeah,
into the final
stupid.
third. Most runs off the ball made. And was
Yeah.
it most runs? Another most runs.
I don't
All
know.
he's doing is running around.
I just think
He bought a headless chicken.
it's too like stat paddy in it. Like if you watch the game, you can see.
He's all fart no poo.
Nah, he's got a bit of fucking poo.
Hey-o. I mean, I've mainly watched highlights of Liverpool this season, other than the Burnley game, and I didn't think he was any good against Burnley.
I say I've only
Like,
watched
should
the
you
Arsenal
should
game.
you not as 100 and how much 20?
Yeah, but
110?
he don't choose that price. I do these.
No,
ones.
but if you're spending that on
But
someone,
Liverpool willing to spend it on him.
you would think they could break down, like a team who's just come up from the Championship.
Mate, did you see the
Yeah. Yes or no?
like literally 5-5 on it, like right back there, like
That's why
Like
you've
say-
signed a player like that to break down these teams, surely. Because
Oh,
you haven't signed
yeah.
Isak to break down these teams. Isak will be there to finish the chance that a Sabozlai, a Verts, a Gakpo should be creating.
yeah, I know, but it doesn't always happen like that, does it? Like say some games it's going to be shit. And it's literally right at the beginning, and I think he's done all right the first few games. Like say all the games he played, Bournemouth, like I say that beginning of the season, that's I say for everyone that's a big game. Newcastle away, big game, and I still think he done all right in that. Arsenal again, I thought he done all right, and like I say, but I don't think he done bad against Burnley either.
He's made a large impact on all of those games.
Well, they won it all. They won it all.
Yeah, he didn't score any of them. He didn't score any assists.
I mean,
16-year-olds outscored him this season.
Grealish has come in and got 4 assists. Kieran Dewsbury's come in, got a goal and an assist. Volta Maida's come in for Newcastle, scored a goal from the same league. There's countless examples of players coming in and making an instant impact, and then he's just not doing it. He's just not looking good.
I think he's done all right on this.
Yeah, but you can't see what he's done well. So we've asked, and what have you said for him doing well?
I want to say you only got. I've watched the games. Like I say, link up. Build up with the team. I think he's done all right. I just think it's more slanted because he ain't got them goals. Because he ain't got them goals and assists. No, I think he comes off.
He done. But even
again, it's getting used to the league, playing players, getting them built into the league.
You defending Vert sounds like Dan defending DCO of the week. If you take out goal scorer and he's a good striker,
world class.
It's an argument that's null and void. He's an attacking midfielder. He needs to either score or create, and he's not done it so far.
I'd rather have Cavalier this weekend than Better up front.
No.
Oh, well, I would. It was my opinion. You can't say no. It was my opinion.
I'm saying no. I wouldn't want Beto. I'd rather have Beto. I think we should start Barry, but I'd rather have Beto.
I'll tell you what, we'll wrap it up there this week. Verts and your combined 11's absolutely blowing my mind still. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If Liverpool do batter Everton, there won't be a pod next week. If Everton batter Liverpool, there'll be about 6 pods next week. So keep an eye out for that.
Every day.
But we're putting out a few TikToks just as we get a bit close to the game. Obviously, the three of us are all very invested in this game. I know Hickers, who's normally here, isn't quite as invested, but we will probably be pushing this game out a little bit more than we should. But hey ho, it's all fun. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
If you are liking the content here at the Armchair's View, then please drop us a follow and give us a like. We would really appreciate it.